Well, hello, my lovelies, my babies, my lords, my lads, my lilies, my sugar moons, my honeymoons, my, well, dark, dark moon, dark moons, dark night of the scarecrow. That's right, baby. Hey, if you've never seen that TV movie, go check that out. It's called Dark, oh, Dark Night of the Scarecrow. All right. Oh my God, that's what this case reminds me of, by the way. Not quite one to one, but it's got similarities. I'll tell you. Anyway, what are we doing? So we're gonna talk about a few things. I don't know if this is gonna be cohesive or coherent or anything, but we're gonna try. And trying is half the battle, right? I guess. Oh my God. Anyway, it saddens me, Tyrone and Master Nature and MD and, well, Stanley, I guess. Well, not Stanley. Stanley really doesn't have any, well, he will tell his own story when he feels ready. I know everybody's clamoring, well, not, well, some of you are clamoring for, well, because Master Nature put it out there. And I was like, Master Nature, are you sure that's a good idea? You want to send out a message to the garden to hear Stanley's origin? I don't know, Master Nature. I don't know if that's a good idea. But Master Nature's like, nope, nope. They gotta hear it. They gotta hear it for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. I disagreed, but I got overruled. Okay, I got overruled. I objected, but I got overruled. Oh my God. Do you need me to draw an eyeball again for you? And bushy eyebrow. Oh my God, Lovelace. Why you torment? No, you don't torment, Darrell. Hey, guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is bingo night. That's right. Tomorrow is bingo night. And I'm going to win some fucking spirit money. Come hell or high water. All right. Hell or high water. I don't. Maybe Tyrone needs to drink a Borg before he goes to the bingo game to calm his ass down a little bit. Oh my God! Hey, did you know I got banned from bingo? Yes, I did. I got banned for a short time, and I had to take acceptance classes up here. Oh my! I'd already mentioned that. I don't know if you know that, but that's what happened, Tyrone. I had to take acceptance classes. All right, we're gonna move on. Um. Oh yeah. By the way, the channel, the portal is open when you see that. When you see the flame flickering. Well, it's not blue. If you ever see a blue flame, you better run the hell out of your house. I'm just telling you right now. If you ever light a candle and you see the flame is blue, that is a warning sign to get out of your house, babies. All right, lovelies and lads. Don't ever stay around when you see a blue flame on a candle. Oh my God. Well, that's what happened to Tyrone in 1907, but we're getting there. We're getting there, babies. We're getting there. All right, so I was watching, right? I decided I was going to watch some more interviews of, well, you know who we're talking about, right? And fam. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this one. It was from a year ago. And you guys probably already seen this. You guys are brilliant, by the way, and you know a hell of a lot more than I do. I think in this case, definitely. I mean, your comments and discussions are like they're wonderful. So keep that. I love it. I love it. I love reading what you're writing, and some of it I'm just like, man, I really got to think about that shit. I really got to consider certain angles to this that I neglected. All right, but I wanted to start off with this, and it's in the very first like minute or two of the interview, and you guys probably already seen this. All right, I'm sure it's been discussed. I'm sure it's been discussed in the myriad of channels that are discussing this case. But I'm like, I was like, what the hell? Did I thought I misheard, but I'll show you, and then we'll show you. I'll show you a little bit of that, and some other stuff, and then we'll get into some main theme of what this is going to be. All right, babies. All right, hang on. All right, now this is an interview from a year ago. All right, now you guys again have probably already seen this, but I started watching it. I'm like, the first minute, I'm like, I'm already confused. Okay, listen.
The best we can. And I think that is to be thankful to all the people that are wondering about us. They really get us through. You know, coworkers, friends, they're like family now. And I think it'd be much harder without all the love and support.
Yeah, we got a page where we're able to talk to people all across the world.
I think we're doing
Let's listen.
the best we can.
Listen to that again.
And,
Listen to this again.
I think that is to
Listen
be
to this.
thankful to all the people that are wondering about us. They really get us through. You know, coworkers, friends, they're like family now. And I think it'd be much harder without all the love and support.
Now, guys, did you hear that? Did you hear what I heard? Kohberger's friends are like family to us now. Now that to me that's bizarre. That is just absolutely bizarre to me. Why would Kohberger's friends be family to them now? I mean, did she misspeak? Did she meant to say, I don't know. I don't think she misspoke on that. Why would Kohberger's friends be family with them now? If SG, right, absolutely hates this guy, absolutely hates the lone wolf, well, why would their friends be family to them now? Him, his friends. I don't know, guys. That was in the first minute, and I'm like, I gotta, this is just, I don't know, maybe I'm making too much of that, but why would BK's friends be family to these people? The one who supposedly unalived their daughter. Oh my God. I don't know, guys. So we're going to keep watching a little bit, all right?
That this has made an impact and change in their life, so that helps. You know, Christy can share and say she's having a rough day or a bad day, or post a photo or an image, and you know, she gets that, you know, some positive feedback.
Lots of positive feedback.
And friends of Kaylee that we haven't even met will send us photos of times that they had together. So whenever you get to see new photos of your daughters, and I pass those on to the other victims' parents as well, and you know, that's always nice. So
that would mean a lot.
It does.
That would mean a lot.
I love a new photo when they come across. He'll send them to me and say, have you seen this one? And I'll do the same. Have you seen this one? Oh my gosh, no, wow. Oh, I love it, you know.
Yes. New photos.
I hope it never stops. She had a ton of spirit.
Yeah.
She was fun. She loved hanging with her older sisters, her sister and brother, his friends.
She's very close with her siblings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the siblings and what the order is?
So Olivia's the oldest, and
She was pretty much graduated. She just did her finals on Monday, and that was her last class. Or that would have been her last
would have
class.
been her last class on Monday.
Yes.
And she was coming back on Tuesday.
What do you want people to know about these girls?
You know, these girls, you know, as I refer to them now on the Gonzalez Facebook page, you know, it was at first when I posted, you know, my girls, and it's not even my girls anymore, it's our girls. Here's some new pictures of our girls, or, you know, here's a throwback of our girls. And
To your family or to another set of kids that are just getting educated and going to school and come home at night and go to bed.
Just enjoying their college life.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody has seen the food truck video. I mean, it really sums things up. I mean, to me, their relationship, you know, in that little clip and the walking, you know, what did you tell Adam? You know, that whole, I told Adam everything. I mean, it's just, it's heartwarming but heartbreaking at the same time to watch those videos.
Interesting.
I mean, I could watch them and smile, and I could watch them and just cry. You know, just to have them captured. And Maddie with that big old jacket, and, you know, and Kaylee.
We can share it.
We could share it, and, you know, it just, so Kaylee and Maddie.
Yeah, it's a shame that the police department let you down. That's a real shame in this.
They got a professional driver to take them back. They did everything the way you're
Professional driver.
Yeah.
They even had chaperone. walking with them. They weren't going down dark alleys by themselves.
Like in New Orleans.
The really popular pictures of the 4 roommates and Ethan.
Oh, I love those pictures.
They were taken that day.
That
were
day.
taken earlier. Kaylee texted them to me about a little after 2
Who took 'em?
on Saturday.
Who took him?
And with Maddie up on her shoulders.
Yeah, who took him?
And that is the last text message that I have from Kaylee. Is that picture of her and Maddie. And I replied to it, my lovies, with heart eyes. And then we had a phone call after that.
Who took
That
those
was the last time I
pictures,
talked
by
to
the way?
Kaylee. But that picture of
At
Maddie
prime.
on her shoulders is the last text message that I have from Kaylee. And it's around 2:13 on Saturday.
There's just no way to know what was coming.
No. And I look at that picture and I just think, I would never.
So that's guys, that picture was never posted after the murder. That was never posted by DM. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe she did, but I don't know. I think that was posted
and it's real.
in the afternoon.
It's realer than real.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
It is. Well, I just love the fact that you guys have put together this beautiful Facebook page.
Yes.
An Instagram page going that people really love. Do you get to see Murphy? I think people would be
He's a lot
interested.
cooler than us. We're Facebookers. He's
Instagram.
Yeah, he's cooler.
Yes, Murphy is Murphy Gonzalez on Instagram, and Jack runs that page for him, and they do all
Good
kinds
old
of things.
Jack.
Camping.
They go.
Oh.
Jack is very outdoorsy.
Very outdoorsy.
There's pictures on there with Jack and Murphy paddleboarding. Camping. Murphy's Jack's. I would have to say one of his best friends.
Comes over here.
We haven't seen Murphy for a while, but we do see Jack. But
how's
he
Jack
does bring
doing?
Murphy, but last time he was just kind of passing by working, so he didn't have Murphy with him then. But said that Murphy's doing great, and his family loves Murph, and I have an Instagram account now just so I could follow Murphy because
It's the first dog for their family.
Yes.
We've always had dogs.
Yes.
All right. Anyway.
Jack always had
So anyway, guys, I didn't mean to intend that to go on that long, but I thought that was interesting. I thought, and there's a couple things, but I think the main takeaway, just from that little bit, first, the Kohberger thing, like, confuses the hell out of me. All right, Adam, maybe you guys have an explanation for that. I have none. I don't know why you'd be friends with Kohberger's. I don't know why they would be, like, family to them. Kohberger's friends? Oh, my God. But the other takeaway is, you notice that Steve, I'm not going to call him the mutt, all right? Not in, well, all right. But you notice that he's a lot different when he's with his wife in interviews, right? When he's alone and being interviewed, there's a big difference with him. But I don't know. When he's with his wife, much more calm. You can actually maybe sympathize with them more, or with him. You can. I don't know. But when he's alone, a little different character. I don't know. But anyway, just wanted to start off with that. I didn't mean it to go on that long, but so we're trying to establish some themes in this case, right? And I think we're getting there, right? So I'm just gonna reiterate a few, of course. So we have distancing from the crime scene, right? We have sanitizing the crime scene. Now, shielding is not I don't think that's a full-fledged theme, but there's again undertones of shielding. Don't look, get out. Don't look, get out. Whatever, shielding. That's not a real full-fledged theme, but there's elements of that. Again, guys, this is all my opinion, speculation, theory, whatever. We have what I call false survivors. Remember, we contrasted that with real survivors in, well, good old Mr. Ted, his stuff. The real wolf, a real wolf. You're not going to see somebody 3 feet in front of you if you're a real wolf, and you're going to just say, hey, let me get you some orange juice or a Borg from the fridge. Yeah. We have jealousy as the motive. And going back to that interview, we just saw parts of it. There's another thing in there too that no matter how much your parents love you, you're going to keep things from them, okay? You're going to keep things from them, and it's kind of surprising, and it's innocent. It's innocent. It's not malicious here, all right? It's innocent. They're getting new pictures, right, from friends that they don't even know about. New pictures are being sent to them, and they're like, "Oh my God, look at those new pictures," you know? That's what I'm saying, though. As much as the parents love them, right? They're going to be, there's information that's always going to be hid from the parents, always. That's why the parents in cases like that, yeah, they're going to be a source of information to get sort of an idea of what the person is like. But the real shit is going to come from the friends. You know, that's where the real info is going to come from. The friends. The friends know the secrets, guys. The friends know all the secrets. Some know more than others. And that's why in a case like this, it's going to take you, if you're doing a thorough, real homicide investigation, you are not going to blow through a myriad, tons of friends in a matter of weeks. You're not going to do that. It's not possible. It's not possible with these people. It's not. It's simply not possible. Because we're not talking about girls and Ethan who are, who are isolated or socially isolated. We're talking about these people, they knew a lot of people. They were connected socially on a major level. So if you're blowing through interviews in like 2 weeks and clearing people within 1 or 2 hours, your case, your investigation, you might as well just fucking pack it in, because you're already fucked. You're already fucked from the very beginning of the case because you're not doing your job. Again, this would take months and months to sift through all the friends in their social world, which was humongous, to interview everybody and to really figure out, again, who is who and what is what. And the fucking MPD, the lazy slobs, because they wanted to find a lone wolf as soon as possible, so the university's enrollment doesn't go plummet to hell, right? And the money dries up, and the budgets, we're short on our budgets, and now we gotta cut shit, right? All this stuff, it all goes to this. Fucking lazy slobs. People like, okay, I don't get into this. People like Hannah Clear, right? Okay, that was you can bury that a little easier, because she didn't have that big compared to those 3 girls and Ethan. Her social orbit wasn't that large. So you can get away with it there, but not with this case. These girls were popular. They knew a lot of people. The family doesn't even know who's friends with them, right? The family doesn't even know all of them. Of course not. So how is law enforcement going to blow through all that in 2 weeks? I don't fucking get it. I don't understand. Well, it's a shoddy investigation. I'm not, again, if you want to play in the mud, we can call it a cover-up. I'm not doing that right now. But, God, because of that, because of the shoddiness, of course your mind is going to go right to the mud. Oh, this was a cover-up. This was a cover-up, guys. The pigs were covering up for something much larger. And that's going to be, I think, the main theme of this video. All right? So, all right. So, we have so we have jealousy. That's where we left off. Jealousy as the motive. I believe that is true. Again, this is not some incel shit. Is there another one? Is there another theme that we see? Is there another theme that runs throughout this case like a big bouncing red ball? There is. And we'll get there. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Okay. But first, a word from our sponsor. Fuck you. Fuck you, Master Nature. Oh my God. Why do you tease the lilies and lads like that? No, I don't know. Hey, by the way, Master Nature, I think MD is wanting to retire from your spirit guides. And I said, well, MD, if you want to, that is your choice. But people, well, I can't help that, MD. Master Nature, I said, it's not really your face that's the problem. Well, maybe it is your face that's the problem. I don't know. Anyway, forget that, Master Nature. Forget it. All right. Yes, there is another theme that runs throughout this case. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. But we left off at jealousy. That is the motive. That is the motive. That is the motive. That is always going to be the motive. I am jealous. I am jealous of you. I am jealous of you. I am jealous of you. And I'm jealous of Ethan. Now, Maddie, okay. You lovely garden said, you better maybe look at Maddie a little bit closer in this. And I said, okay, I'm going to. And I will, guys. I will look at her and try to come up with a better picture for Maddie. She's also kind of she's silent in this a bit. So yeah, I'm going to dig into her more because maybe I do have it backwards. I don't think so, but I might. But it's quite possible that I have it totally backwards. But at this point, I don't think so. But then again, once I start digging in and looking at her picture a little bit more, not through my ancient spirit cards, but or doing a spirit session with her. Hey, maybe I should do that, guys. Maybe I should do a spirit session. What do you think? Should I do a spirit session with the victims? Huh? What do you think? Should I do that? Do you think the garden would like that if I do a spirit session with the victims? Right? Yeah. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But if I were to do that, well, first of all, well, no, we're not even going to go there, guys. All right. So I want to do this. I want to do this. One, here are, now this has been covered to death, and I hate doing it, but hey, we got to get in to get out, all right? We have to go back in order to go forward. We have to get in to get out, right? The lamb lies down, baby, but not tonight. Anyway, for all you Genesis freaks out there, and Peter Gabriel freaks. One, the lone wolf, that's one. And of course, we got the sacrificial lamb, BK. Two, roommates or roommate, right? The roommate, mates, the roomies, or just one, and other associates. Two in my book, frat. Okay, but anyway, that's the second. It's the roommates. And the third is, it's this. Oh, and by the way, no, well, we'll see. It's the AKs. There you go. Those are the three of a perfect pair. Again, I had a video about this and I deleted it because I wasn't satisfied with my thoughts on it, all right? But this is to me, guys, this is a huge fucking stretch. Huge stretch. Because again, and I think I said this in one of my other videos, if your purpose is to send a message to snitches, okay? To rats. Stanley was never a rat. Stanley hated rats. You know what I did to rats? I fed them to alligators. Yes, I did. And Stanley enjoyed every fucking minute of it. Yes, I did. And I watched those big prehistoric monsters chomped down on those people, and they were screaming, and Stanley loved it, and I watched it from my little boat, okay? Stanley, the twink they call me. Stanley was born in 1891. Stanley was born. And by the time I was 10, I was in and out of homes. Bad homes that taught me a lot of bad things. Stanley, the twink they called me. No, Mom, I don't want to fight anymore. And you know what Stanley did? Stanley made sure that he wasn't going to fight with Mother anymore. I fucking made sure of that. Oh, yes, I did. I took that 20-pound Victorian doll that she kept in her goddamn china cabinet, and I bashed it right over her goddamn head, and she hit the goddamn floor. And I looked at her and say, okay, Mom, I'll see you later. By the way, your dolls, I'm not touching any more of them. Okay. Stanley the twink, they call me. All right, Stanley, all right. Hey, you're going to get your turn, all right? You're going to get your turn at telling the garden your origin, all right? But let's get back to what we're talking about here, Stanley, all right? What are we talking about? Snitches, rats, right? CIs. So again, guys, you have to think logically and reasonably about this. If you're part of this type of organization, and we're not talking Mexico, we're talking Idaho. We're not talking Mexico. That's a totally different realm. Whatever they do in Mexico is totally different. Totally different. And the AKs in Mexico, come on, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Now we're wixing, okay? Now we're wixing concepts. Wixing. It's a form of mixing. But we're wixing here, guys. Look, we're not talking about Mexico. We're not talking about ruthless substance cartels. So why are we trying to make that connection with the AKs? It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. The Mexican unalive cartels, those mothers, oh my God, that's a whole other level. That is a whole other level we're talking about here. That is not this case. That is not this case at all. And no, nobody's hanging from fucking bridges, all right? Jesus Christ, I see all kinds of stupid shit on here. Guys, it drives me absolutely insane. It drives me absolutely insane. Oh, yeah, I saw this one the other day. 10,000 goddamn views. 10,000 views. In like an hour, or, like 6 hours, 10,000 views. And we're talking about, oh yeah, everybody was gunned down. I'm like, where the fuck are you getting that information from? That goes against every bit of fact and evidence that we have in this case. Oh, but you say, Master Nature, let's play in the fucking mud again. No. Oh, everybody was shot. Everybody was gunned down. Well, show me the proof. If you're going to say, I believe that everybody was killed by a gun or unalived by a gun in this thing, well, you got to have some goddamn reason or proof. Something. A racking of a gun is not proof that these people were shot. Oh my God. It drives me literally insane. Now, maybe I just need to start making up shit just for views. I need to just start pulling shit out of my ass. Like, yeah, I think all 4 of them were shot. And then, guess what? Before that, there were 12 people hiding in the bushes on the band field, just waiting to take them out. Come on, give me a fucking break, guys. And then we tie that somehow to the AKs because we're trying to send a message to snitches or CIs or family members, right? But guys, again and again and again, listen, the fastest way to deal with rats, the fastest way to deal with rats, snitches, CIs, if you know who they are, and they're out of prison or jail, well, guess what? You're going to take them out. You're going to go after them. You're going to go after the CIs. You're not going to go after the kids. You idiots. And I'm not talking my garden. You're not idiots. I'm talking these idiots who are making content like that. You're idiots. Look, if I'm a powerful substance cartel and I'm pissed off at you, I'm going to take you out. You know why? Because that ensures you're never going to snitch on me again. Taking out your children doesn't ensure that, you morons. Oh my God. And I see tons of that shit on here. It's ridiculous. If you're a powerful substance cartel, if you're AK related, whatever, you're going to go after the rat. You're not going to go after the children of the rat. No. You're not going to go after the children of the rat. You're not doing that. Okay? And this isn't Mexico, guys. This is Idaho. Dark night of the goddamn scarecrow. All right? We're not going after the children of the rat. All right? We're going right to the source. Because that's the only way that I can make sure that you never open your mouth again. Unaliving your kids isn't going to guarantee me that. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to do another one right after this later, and we're going to continue with this. But I wanted to just highlight certain things, okay? You're not going to take out the kids. You're going to go right to the source, especially if they're out and about. And if you're that powerful, you're going to know exactly where they are. And you're going to get to them. And maybe if you're that powerful, even if they are in jail or prison, you're going to take them out in there. You're not going to go after the kids, guys. So that totally wipes out your little goddamn substance abuse cartel shit. All right? You got to think about this logically and rationally and reasonably. You're not going to take out the children of the rat. All right? I love you all. We're going to do one later. I hope you like that one, okay? I got a little heated, but I'm seeing all this nonsense. And it just doubly pisses me off because these people have tons and tons and tons of views. And then I'm thinking to myself, man, maybe I should just make up bullshit. You know, just like, yeah, they were all shot to death. They were all shot. They're unalived to death by a gun. Who knows? And then I can make other stuff up. Oh, because everybody had a silencer. Okay. Everybody had a bump stock, right? I can go on forever about this. But you know what? It has nothing to do with facts or evidence in this case. We can't play in the bad mud like that. Not this channel and not my garden. All right? I love you all. Bye-bye, lovelies and lows and lads. I hope you like that one. I know this one long one, but... All right, Stanley will get to you soon enough. Believe me. Stanley, oh my God, he is chomping at the fucking bit. Let me just tell you that right now. All right, I love you all, babies. We'll talk real soon. Bye-bye.